Hey, something's been on my mind that I've been meaning to share here for a couple of weeks now. I'm actually wanting to do a longer video, but I wanted to share this short message. It's one of the things that's been on my mind is privilege, and wanting to share about privilege and how many of us often, when we all, well, I'll say most of us and maybe even all of us in some way have some sort of privilege. Some of us have many privileges. I know I hold many privileges even as a black woman, first generation immigrant in the United States. One of the things I wanted to say is that um, people tend to get frustrated, or they feel upset, or they feel, or they're kind of like taken back whenever people mention their privileges. I know, for example, some people, um, many white people, feel a certain way when they hear the word white privilege. And one of the things I have to say for me, because I want to share, coming from Haiti, a country where most people don't have their basic needs met, I grew up in a home where I was taught and I was told many times that I'm privileged and that I need to use that privilege to benefit others who don't share the same privileges that I have. And so with that, I don't although I have to say, I am still learning about privileges that I have. There are things that I didn't even think about. For example, one of the ones that I'll share is that maybe about, I don't know, 2 months ago or something, somebody told me, somebody that I trust, that I listen to, told me that I was privileged to had been raised and grew up as a black woman in a black country where I saw black people in power. Because I can be very critical of black people in power. It's because I'm used to it. And in some places, and I have to say, many times in the United States, many people who are black are very cautious and reluctant about criticizing somebody who's black in a position of power, especially, I will say, because we're very much polarized, it's very much partisan. For example, me being a progressive, I know many blacks here who are progressive, who are Democrats, liberals, may, you know, hesitate, may have a hard time, for example, criticizing or calling out or speaking up against a black leader. So either way, but one of the things I wanted to say is that privilege is something that we don't need to be ashamed of. We don't need to feel guilty about. It's understandable, but we need to let those go. And we do need to own our privilege. I think it is super important that we own our privileges, and that privilege comes with responsibility. I believe that when we are privileged, it is important for us to acknowledge it, own it, and use that privilege to in service and standing for others who don't benefit from the same privileges that we have. And it could be, for some of us, if we're able to, it could be, financially wise. It could be, if you have a big platform, inviting people who don't have the same privilege, the same exposure, so that they can be seen and heard. Standing in solidarity, taking concrete action, and just really taking a stand that those of us who have certain privileges can stand, and so that we can one day we are part of creating a world that one day other people who don't have certain privileges that we have can then enjoy them. And just a simple thing that just because something that came up for me recently, I went to the spa. I treated myself to a long afternoon, evening at the spa, a day at the spa. And as I was there enjoying it, and I'm not saying that the spa is the only thing, it's just an example. I was like, I truly believe I would like to be part of creating a world where everyone who wants to have a day at the spa can do it, and they are not limited. They're not unable to do it because of their finances. And here's another thing too. Sometimes they may have the means, but they don't have the support system, or even they might have the means for the spa, but they don't have the means to have, let's say, people who have children or who have elderly parents who are caretakers. They're not able to do it. So they have the means to have somebody to support them, somebody who's going to take care. And they have the financial means, because many of us don't have the financial means to have a day at the spa or whatever it is. And I truly believe that we are all worthy, and we all deserve, if that is our thing or whatever it is that is the thing for you, let us, those of us who are able to do it, let us be able, let us take a stand, let us take action, let us organize, let us sign petitions, let us talk to our friends, because one of the things that many of us are connected to people with power. For example, one of my things is like really, doing my part, the bit that I could do in people having a living wage, people having a wage where they can live a comfortable life. And with that, they could enjoy a day at the spa. So just thought I'd share some of my thoughts that I've been having around privilege and around owning my privilege, and how I know being privileged comes with responsibility. I think that we need to do our best. I think if you're parents, raise your children. And I know for myself, the fact that my parents made it clear to us that we were privileged when it comes to many things living in a country like Haiti. I don't get offended by it. And I see some people in my Haitian circle, when I mention the word, I see them being uncomfortable, because I think many times people see it as an attack. So I think it's really making peace with our privilege, letting go of the shame, or it's nothing to be ashamed of. It is nothing to be guilty about. It is normal to feel that way. It's just letting it go, because all of these things are just preventing us from actually showing up, from using our privilege, the responsibility that comes with it, from using it and taking action. Let me know if this resonates, any thoughts. I know this could be something that may push some people's buttons. So if you are going to make a comment, let's make it civil. And if you don't have anything nice to say, it's okay, just walk away. Take care, much love.